As Liam returns home from his pilgrimage to Rome, he is now confident that converting to Catholicism is the correct decision. Oh, what's this? We have come across a trader who wants to sell us this maritime trading handbook. It's a little bit expensive, 100 gold, gives us some naval speed and stewardship experience. Realistically though, I have already built everything I possibly can with our current innovation limits, so I think I'll pay the 100 gold, we'll grab that book and we will slot it in, and we're getting a little bit closer to filling up our inventory. As I was saying, Liam is now confident that converting to Catholicism is the correct decision for his realm. It will give him the ability, like I said last time, to revoke landed titles from anybody who is not of our religion. And it'll also help with controlling the rest of England, as most of it is still majority Catholic. Look at Setna. He is a fully grown man right now with a hell of a beard. He wants to go fishing. We'll go with him and become friends. We have one more duchy down here. They used to have an alliance with Sweden. That is now gone. This is a perfect time for us to move in. I do want to make sure that I hold court as much as possible as well. Sometimes there are events that can enable us to speed up the cultural acceptance with the Anglo-Saxons. Currently at 7%, going at 1.2 a year. Once we get this to 40, we will then actually be able to sort out our culture issue by forming a hybrid culture. That will cost quite a bit of prestige and take some time. Less certain if Liam will be able to do that. To be fair, I wasn't sure if he'd be able to do the religion, and he managed to pull that off, so let's see. And with that, our war here is over. Let us enforce demands. So be it. Disband all. And Ireland is growing nice and steadily. So now that we've conquered this land, I want to hand it off to somebody, but if I give it to somebody who is insular, they may just be somebody else who refuses to convert. So before we do that, I actually am now going to make the decision to convert to Catholicism. And with that, we have our new realm priest, who ironically has the same name as our son. He's an evil blackguard, which is not ideal, but either way, glory to God. So in 3 years, we can pass High Tribal Authority, which gives us the ability to revoke titles from vassals, and we can now revoke titles from vassals who are, for example, a satru, where we consider them evil, and it won't incur any tyranny. So looking at the faith now, it is quite a bit more in control. We also just need to actually reconvert Ireland back from insular to Catholicism, but no real rush for that. The faith does consider us astray, and the important thing is that we still get the benefits of being Catholic now. Seeing as though we don't have much use for piety anymore, I will begin to ask my head of faith for gold, 307. Thank you very much. People also want to pay us some ransoms. We are more than happy to do that. Something else I noticed, however, though, is we are only 6 counties of being able to create the Empire of Britannia. Now, we're certainly more than 6 counties away from actually holding the entire empire in its entirety, but with maybe a duchy war or 2 against Scotland, that could actually get us there. I think I might start with the Duchy of Galloway here. That will give us 1, 2, 3, 4 counties, leaving just 2 counties remaining to form the empire. And what I also like about this is that it actually joins some of our lands together that's currently kind of split with Alba here. So let's do this. Now, we should have what we need to take Alba in and of itself. What we'll actually do is call in Alfred to come help us again, even though he's next up on the list very soon. We are just using poor Alfred here, but it has been worth our while. A few episodes ago, when I had that alliance with England, I wasn't sure if it would be the correct thing to do. Sure enough, it has been instrumental for us. Alba is sieging down over here in the Isles. Honestly, I'm happy to let him do that until Alfred arrives. I'd rather not attack him over those straits. It's a nightmare, and we've had bad experiences there before. Oh, and Audrun has just had a daughter. Is she a dwarf? No, she isn't. She's Hale. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. I think we will give her a good Catholic name. Audrun showing his devotion to the new faith, guided by his father. And Audrun's first daughter will be given the name Anna. Yep, the fight is going to happen. I'm going to send my men up. Hopefully Alfred can get here in time. My men are trickling in, which should keep the battle alive long enough to buy him time to come, which it does. And I think we'll be okay here. With that, we win that battle. I'm going to group my men up again and have them begin to siege this down. Brittany are arriving. They may actually be doing something smart here and going north to link up with their retreating allies. Or, nope, they're going to just come and try and attack us straight away. That's a mistake. Alright, I'll send my men who aren't sieging down the actual war goal over here to defend. Should be fine, though. They're attacking us straight out of the boats, which, as we know from when we were just a count, is rarely the right decision. Hopefully Alfred gets here soon, though. He's taking his time, but we were close enough that it's going to work out. So we've just used our most recent learning perk on the profit point here. I am now going to rotate out of learning into stewardship, though. We've achieved our goal with learning, converted the realm. Liam now wants to hoard gold. He has a lot of it already, but primarily for when we get those innovations and it's time to build, I want to make sure Odrin has that gold behind him so that as soon as we're able to begin upgrading our buildings, we have enough gold too. Thankfully, we were finally able to finish our siege once Alba stopped attacking us. We can enforce demands here, and that is another duchy under our belt. Holding court here, and we have a decision that we really hope goes our way. 57%, the cultural acceptance between the Irish and Anglo-Saxons increases by 10%. Bear in mind, for us, that's about 10 years worth of cultural integration, and they're dismissed. And would you look at this for a notification? You can now vassalize Petty King Alfred of Wessex. I think Liam would do this. Now, it is risky. Alfred has a very strong pressed claim to the Kingdom of England, which means that his son will inherit this claim. Now, it will go away if he doesn't ever push it in any war or anything, and it is risky. I mean, Liam has killed men previously, unlanded men for having titles to the Kingdom of Ireland. This is a risk. However, I think given the fact that this will put us where we need to be to found the Empire, and the fact that Alfred has proved his loyalty to us. Despite disliking us, he helped us in the war to take his own crown off him. Don't forget that when we killed the Danelaw, the English crown went to Alfred simply by de facto, and we had to usurp it off of him. I think rather than going to war with this man who has served us, or his sons who have served him, I think Liam would integrate him. I know Liam has been pretty ruthless. That was generally out of ambition and his bravery and whatnot. But in this case, I don't think Liam would have a reason to not try at least to integrate this man who has done so much for us. And with that, Alfred accepts. Now, he does still severely dislike us. Title claimant, 1 seat on the council, offensive war, cultural acceptance, usurp my title. He's not going to be too happy, but I suspect that he'll either die at the same time or before us, and it may not be as much of an issue. Low feudal obligations isn't great, but later on we can work on the actual contracts. Zooming out now, Ireland is looking quite a bit stronger. And what that also means is that we now have enough counties to create the Empire. And without missing a beat, I have renamed the Empire to simply Ireland. This is the Irish Empire, and I've customized the actual coat of arms to be similar to that of the McDara's actual house banner, to forever remember who established this empire. We have an adventurer in our court who wants to go to Western Europe. We will sponsor this, of course. Odrin has had another son who is not a dwarf, but is super basic. No traits, good or negative. And it is finally time. We can now pass high tribal authority. This will impact the opinion of all of our vassals, but gives us the ability to finally begin revoking some titles. First things first, it's finally time to revoke the Duchy of Northumbria off of this man. We're going to do this. People may join him. He is in the faction with some others. If they do, that's perfectly fine. I'm happy to put them all down in one go and revoke all their titles. Let's see. So he has declared war against me. So far, it looks like it's just him with his 120 troops. So this shouldn't take too long. I would like to see if we can just get a battle here off the bat, possibly capture him and save us wasting time sieging down provinces. Okay, we won that easily. I'll just leave my men on the capital to siege it down. And this was actually rather simple. Also, I just realized, like, 7 episodes ago, I put redouble guards on when there was a murder scheme against us. I've never turned it off. So we've been getting minus 30 Gloryhound vassal opinion for the longest time. Let's finally actually deactivate this. And it looks like we haven't dealt with the Vikings just yet. We have a northerner conquest of the Duchy of Galloway, 9,000 men. Shouldn't be too much of an issue though. I'm actually going to peel away my other army here to deal with the starter army that raises over this side. We should even manage to deal with this vassal before they even arrive, but either way I'll send this army over first. And there we go. That is the war with the vassal dealt with. We will enforce these demands. And now that he is in prison, we will revoke his title of the Duchy of Northumbria. And we can revoke everything else without incurring tyranny. Normally, if he was just a normal vassal and we had a revoke reason against him, we could revoke one title and the others would incur tyranny. Because he's a satru, we can just take everything off him in once. Here is the 9,000 army. Let's dive in on them while they still have the recently disembarked penalty. There we go. There we go. Just like at the start of this playthrough, Liam, near the end of his life, is still dealing with Northerner conquests. And that is them dealt with. Thank you very much. And because we now hold the holy site of Canterbury, we can begin our first legend seed, Guardian of the Catholic Holy Site. We'll create this. It's going to be quite expensive, but definitely worthwhile. And the good news is that even should we die, Odrin can pick up this legacy and continue it in his name. We will put our court chronicler down to extol domestic legend, giving us a plus 20% legend spread chance. There is still much more to do. We have Brittany to sort out to the south, as well as some rogue counties, Alba and the islands to the north, and then we will have unified the empire we have just created, the Empire of Ireland, all within one lifetime. This is still Liam. This is still a Count to Emperor story. Will he live long enough to see the empire fully unified? Who knows? We'll see soon, I suppose. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.